Right guys, we're back again with a new track on the screen now. This is a rework I did from one of my all-time classic favorites when I play some classic sets. This track is always in there. It's Danny Tenaglia with featuring Celida. Music is the answer. We did a rework of it. We actually did it last week and already sent it out to a few big guys like Tiesto, Marco V, and they absolutely loved it. And I think it's a great production. It's exactly in the middle. It's not house, it's not trance, you know. It got everything a little bit in it. And
it's good music.
Yeah, it's good music. It's good music. It's cool.
So saying what this track, it's got a pretty heavy kick in it. I'll show you later on. You know, it's already the start of the track is pretty housey as well. If you hear this kick by itself, it's pretty rough already. But if you put it a little softer in the mix, it's like, okay, you know, you can put a hard kick with a little distortion sound in it, but then you should put it a little lower. This one, the funny thing, this kick we layered with the M bass again, and then we also used the tom kick from the stylus. Everybody knows the stylus, I guess. I just show you now. Go to the stylus library. And again, it's like we said in the other thing, like tune your kick in the right note is really important.
Yeah, that's really important. Because a lot of guys, you know, create their music, they think, well, I did the same, you know, put a kick in there, but it's really important that your sound is really massive, you know. It has to be there and everywhere in a good level of a kick and a bass drum. Everything has to be a good level of music. Because if you don't do proper settings on that, you know, on the EQ and everything, well, you think your track is there, but it's not there. Because if you play it in the clubs, it has to be the sound has to be massive. It has to be really in your face. So if you hear only the bass drum coming out, really popping there, it's not cool.
Okay, you hear this little tom in the kick, in the track as well. Just in this note. You think, I don't know, you know, the track is an A or whatever. You put it up a little and you just put it all in the right frequency. So if you got like a housey track like going on, you can experience with that and just put everything like in the same frequency, and then just like this. There's only two toms in it, a kick and a vocal that's cut in pieces. With it just by sometimes you're lucky, just cut on the right parts of the vocal, like you got now it sounds pretty fat. So, and you can introduce the vocal in the track like, okay, something's gonna happen, because you feel when you start playing this, Marcel, of course, you're playing this, if you're mixing this track, then you hear something nice about to happen.
I always want to tease people, you know.
Yeah.
And in the break, we always have the lead vocal, not the lead vocal, but the lead is always bang, it's in your face. But if you have a vocal, you know, it's a little bit crazy if you put in a vocal, suddenly bang, it's there. You always tease it a little bit so it comes up and it pops up a little bit. So it's working now to the first break. And then the famous quarter first is coming in.
Also important is the real good clap in the tracks. Claps also makes like the rhythm in it, and like a clap is, you know, maybe you think, oh, it's just a clap, but if it's really good produced, like in hip-hop tracks with a lot of mids in it, just cut that out to high a little bit. With a good mid in it, you got a nice clap, and you can put a little down, but you get a nice vibe on the track as well.
You did a lot of claps yourself in the DJ booth.
Yeah.
Behind the microphone, you start clapping, yeah. So you have a lot of different claps, and then you put 20 claps on top of them, and then you have a good clap.
Distortion again.
So people, yeah, recognize this always.
Very easy, just a kick and a sound, but the impact is like awesome. Just if you like build it up in a good vibe.
And now the vocal, yeah, now the vocal comes in.
Women vocal.
Yeah, I like the female vocal. It's cool. So we did it this last week, and yeah, hopefully we get a full clearance of this, because yeah, it's less and more a cover of it, and it's the whole thing with the publishers, you know, it's always a big struggle with them. But yeah, hopefully we get the clearance of that. And if not, it's out there. A lot of guys playing it already, so
yeah. Now again, as Marcel said, you know, it's a combination of styles. You go further in this track, like it turns into a. You get the trance feeling back in the track, and this is perfect to combine like trance and house in one genre. And no, we made everything from scratch again.
Yeah, the whole music is done. The whole
We
track
only
is done
used
by
the vocal, only the a cappella, yes.
Yeah.
For sounds, in the past we of course used the Virus. This one over here.
Old school.
Old school, but still pretty fat. Some people say it sounds fatter than the TI. Of course, I checked all the sounds together, and they almost sound similar. So don't worry, guys, if you get the TI.
It's the same.
Yeah, and the good thing about TI is that it's visual as well. Some people don't know how to build up sounds. The good thing of the TI is that like you got a really easy menu in there. Like you see all your oscillators that you can use in the old one. You had to like dig I'll put all the buttons, and then finally you found it. This one is really easy. It got like 6 or 7 important categories up here in here, and there's also, if you don't know how to build sounds, there's a bunch of presets in there. You know, if you find it hard to make a sound, because it's pretty hard to make a unique sound and really with nice energy. And just try to layer a few, and then you always get a new sound in there. So it doesn't matter if you can't make sounds. Important is like you got your oscillators in going here, and with the Virus here you can like, if you open that's a trick as well. If you open the Formant single thing, you can get in this one, you get like, I think it's like 70 more different sounds in here. If you go experience with it, only change 1 or 2 oscillators and you get a whole different sound from a preset. Maybe from up there you can learn how to, okay, what does that, what does this, and then you learn how to make a sound, because it's really hard, especially now everything sounds so fresh and crispy. But the Virus TI is perfect to make crispy sounds, and we just love it. We use it a lot for music productions. And the good thing is it's hardware, but it got like a digital connection to your computer, and that's really a big advantage of the Virus TI, because like the old JP we still have in the Nordrec, if they had the same ability to do this, we would use it a lot more, I guess. But the Virus is so handy to use. We just choose for this one for the first sound, and if we need a layer or something else, we use the old Nordrec or JP or Andromeda or Evolve or whatever.
And we still have a lot of out of the box gear.
Yeah,
we don't use it that much anymore, because it's so much easier, you know, in the box, working in the box.
Yeah.
And that's a little bit what you said. Yeah, I think it's cool when like the Ronald or the Nordrec, they start doing the same like the TI. You don't see it that much.
No.
Sadly.
And also, we still got the mixer here. We got the Sony. Some people prefer to work really in Cubase. Push F3 and then you see a whole mixer. We still like, you know, the analog feeling. Do it with your hands. And the Sony,
each
can
channel
hate
has
it.
its own compression. Each channel has its own EQing. So it's really cool.
And
it's
the power
massive.
is insane. If you put the EQ in Cubase, or you put it in here, and you just in the Cubase it starts to like distort, and this one is just like punching, and that's maybe, I'm not saying you have to buy a mixer, but yeah, we're big fans of it, so we're not going to change.
You don't make them anymore.
No, but there's a lot of producers who like do them offhand and say, okay, you can buy it they're still pretty expensive, of course, but they prefer to work in the box. But I think for the next coming years we still use this one because it's just awesome.